Hello, lovelies. Happy Monday. Mia wanted to say hi first. Mia, say hi. Look, say hi to people. Say hi, friends. Hi. All right. He's done. Maybe. All right. Okay. So tonight I wanted to come chit chat with you guys and show you a fun project. So I am going to show you how to glitter things, which is the most fun part. So glitter is the best and it belongs on everything. So I'm going to show you how I glitter things, which is, let's see, we're going to glitter our shoes. So I am a huge fan of Christian Louboutin shoes. I can't afford them, but I love the red sole. So that's what we're going to do tonight. We are going to add red glitter to these heels. But I will say, if you aren't a heel person, because normally I'm not, you can totally do it. So I've done glitter sneakers. So even if you don't like heels and they aren't your thing, you can totally do it on anything, any canvas shoe. So like Toms or the fake Toms, or these are Converses I picked up at a thrift store, and it's the same texture, same glitter, and it's not gonna flake off. So you can wear them around and not worry about leaving a trail of glitter, which is okay because I think that's a good idea to leave a trail of glitter. But so for tonight, we're going to do Mod Podge, which is going to be the base of this, and then I have extra fine craft glitter. You can do bigger glitter. I like to do the extra fine on the shoes, but on the bags tutorial that I have, which I forgot to grab one of those, but I'd use the bigger glitter. But it's the same formula, whatever you want to call it, mixture. To do anything on canvas. So if you have the canvas bags, you can do these. But we're gonna give our shoes new life tonight, and we're going to glitter their soles to make them look like sparkly Christian Louboutin shoes. So after you have these two things, or you got your Mod Podge and you got your glitter extra fine, I like to mix things up in a plastic container, just because when it dries, it's easy to peel off, and then it's also dishwasher safe. The other thing is you're going to need a foam brush, which you can find at any craft store or online. I like to use the smaller ones when I'm doing the shoes because it's a little bit easier to do. If you want to be very careful, you can also grab painter's tape, which I believe I have some. You can grab painter's tape if you want to tape your shoes off. You can tape off this edge just to make sure that glitter doesn't get everywhere on your shoe, but we're going to be really careful. We're gonna say no to the tape tonight, but it's there, and if you want to be careful, if you don't trust yourself, I suggest you just tape off like how you would when you paint a room. So I'm going to take my bowl, and hopefully this, yeah. Sometimes it dries and it's really hard to open, so I have to get Jared to open it. But it's good tonight. So I'm just going to use my foam brush and kind of pour. I'll show you how much I pour in. I like to pour in the Mod Podge first, other than the glitter, because it kind of contains it. You can do it either way. So I just filled it up a little bit. That's all clean. Obviously, you could mix up more if you need more. We're just going to start with this stuff. Get this. Okay. I'll set my foam brush down. And this is new, so I think, yeah, there's a protective barrier. So we gotta somehow finagle this off without getting glitter everywhere. We'll just poke a hole. It's fine. Yeah. So you can see some of the glitter's already out, but it's fine. Okay. So I'm going to take scissors and just poke a hole in this so we can get more glitter out. Because I'm not trying to pop this off and put glitter everywhere. I do love it, but it does get everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to cover this Mod Podge. Added about that much glitter. So you can see it kind of covers the top of it. And you can either, I'm going to mix this up with, sorry to reach here. I'm going to use a popsicle stick to mix this up. You can use your foam brush, but I'm just going to set that aside and wait till it's all mixed up. You just mix it up until you don't get to see the chunks of glitter. Mix, mix, mix. And it's pretty white still. You can see a lot of the Mod Podge. You want this to be a little more glitter, so we're just going to add more. Just kind of cover up the top again. Don't really have a formula for this. We just kind of do it until it looks. You gonna settle down, bud? You want the glitter to, or you want this mixture to be mostly glitter. Yeah, he's like creeping in the background, photobombing the video. Alright, so you can see it's still kind of white. We're gonna add some more glitter. You need to go out. Let me let him out. Let me let Neo out. There you go, bud. He was not impressed with the glitter. It's fine. Alright, so we're just mixing, mixing, mixing. Alright, and here's what our first little, I don't want to pour it on, but this is what it looks like. Still mostly white. We're going to add some more. And now he's chewing his bone right outside the door. By the way, loudly. Such a good little chewer. Thankfully, he doesn't chew anything else. Alright, we're making some progress as we mix in this glitter. We want to make sure there's no chunks. But we also want to make sure there's a lot of glitter. So it's starting to look a little more red. And this is fine to do for the first layer. But I like to kind of do all my layers the same, except the last one. So we'll still looking better. So you can see kind of this is how much is left. Was full from the top. This is how much we've used. So you use a decent amount of glitter. I wouldn't use anything that's left over. If you want it to be sparkly, like your life. And I can't tell. We're just gonna add some more. Just gonna go for it. So we're going to do multiple coats of the glitter, or this glitter Mod Podge mix, which is what's really going to make that glitter really stand out. And I think we're pretty good. I can feel it being a little thicker as I mix this. So you can see it's a little more red. Not as glue consistency like how Mod Podge normally is. It looks pretty good. So we are rocking and rolling. Alright. So I glittered shoes before. I couldn't find the ones I did, but I did black and I did bright pink. So the first time I did this, I did this whole side too, which, as you know, basic shoe principle, you walk on this. So you can kind of cut it off about like right here. So just as you look at it on the table, cut it off so you aren't wasting this much glitter. Or you can do the whole thing if you want it to be, if you're doing this for a special event or you're taking pictures of them or something, I'd go ahead and do the whole back. These are just, we're just giving these shoes new life. They've seen some better days, so we're just going to give them a facelift. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to stop right here. So otherwise, you're going to walk on this and you will literally leave a glitter trail wherever you go, which if you're into that, then go ahead and do it. I'm not trying to be that person quite yet. So we're just going to do this little part. And you don't have to wait in between coats. You can kind of do it. Oops. Sorry, it's on me here. So you don't have to, you can kind of layer it on. We're just going to dip our brush in and start painting away. And you can leave it, you want it to be kind of thick, but we're going to do multiple coats of this. So if you let it dry and it's not as glittery, it's not as sparkly as what you want, go ahead, do another coat of this. So the more, the Mod Podge is going to dry clear, and you're just going to be left with this glitter. We're just coming along this back. And get it on the shoe. I'm just going to wipe it off. That's where if you paint, or if you do the painter's tape on the shoe, it's a good idea. But this is something you want to lay it on thick. So just keep laying it on. It's going to look like kind of milky color right now, but it's going to dry clear. So this is the same mixture that I've done some bags, I've done some canvas bags on, and that I do suggest doing the painter's tape on those, but it's the same glitter mixture. So you can literally use it, like I said, on canvas shoes, on the backs of heels, basically anything that you can fix Mod Podge to, which is basically just a craft glue. It's nothing fancy. But I'm going to get this little part now. And I'm laying it on real thick. Like I said, we're probably going to end up doing 2 or 3 layers of this. Let it dry a little bit and then come back and do another layer. Just because if you do kind of start to cake it on, you can kind of miss spots. And then what you'll do for the last layer that you put on, once you're satisfied in the amount of glitter that the shoe has, or the bag has, or whatever you're glittering, you're going to take a just Mod Podge layer. So you're going to take, you can use it right out of the thing, or you can pour it into a different container. But you're going to do just Mod Podge to finish that off, just to kind of act as like a sealer. So it's going to seal in this glitter so it doesn't fly off everywhere. So right now I can see a little bit, I can see it getting kind of thick, so I'm just trying to smooth that out so it's not thicker in one area than another. But this one is looking pretty good. I think we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to grab the other shoe. And I'm just going to set it upside down to dry. And hopefully it won't, I might have to finagle it so it doesn't move. But we'll make it work. This is just me trying to get it not to look. My look like, I think we're good. Don't breathe. All right, we'll grab the other shoe. So in the intermission of shoes, I will say if you do choose to do a canvas type shoes, so you can do Toms or anything like this, or the Converse shoes. Yeah, this is how it turns out. So these were originally this like purpley color. I did blue on top of it, and I wanted some of the purple to show through because I thought it was a really fun color. And this is, I think this is probably 2 or 3 layers that I did on these, and I did these really quick before I went to a Kesha concert, so they aren't as great as quality as some of the other ones I've done. But just wanted to show you guys, if you do the canvas shoes, what I would do is to get rid of that moisture, I'd put some paper in here, like newspaper or something balled up, so that way this inside canvas can help it dry and it will kind of lock that moisture in. So that's what my suggestion is if you're going to do glitter shoes, which are super fun. So like I said, I got these at, I think, Plato's Closet. So very cheap, old shoes, gave them a facelift, and now they're super fun, and I love wearing them. And then these are just old heels I have. But you can definitely do the same thing. If you find a cute pair of heels, you want to give them a facelift, make them feel special, then make yourself feel special when you wear them. It's really good to do on old shoes. All right, so we're going to start painting our next shoe. You can do this on any canvas surface, any surface you can use Mod Podge. Obviously, this is not canvas. Try to get this not to drip. And the trick is just, when you can see the texture on it up close, just try to make it even as you go so it will dry at the same time, so then you don't have like wet patches. I can't speak. I'm just trying to get these edges as close as I can without getting the glitter on the actual shoe. I definitely mixed up a lot of this glitter. I'm probably going to have some left over, so I'll have to figure out something else to glitter. Because I can tell now, mixed up a lot. And what I'll do is I'm doing thicker layers on the bottom of the shoes just so I can do the least amount of coats as I can. But let me pull this down and do kind of a thin layer. And hopefully that will dry. You guys can see how it looks with just one layer. I'm going to go ahead and pull this down. So you can see that. So you can see the bottom of it, it's a little bit more red, a little more sparkle, but you can definitely see in between it. So if you want to do just like a glitter layer on top of something, you want it to be a little bit see-through, just mix it up and just do the one layer and brush it out really thin. So it's, I do that with like gold glitter. If you want to accent something, do it on top of it just to give it a little bit of sparkle. But what we're going for is a lot of sparkle because you can't ever have enough glitter. And this glitter is good because it's like mixed with glue, so it doesn't get everywhere like how most glitter does. It's contained. I'm just going in and getting this crease here. And that's where, if you want to use like a little brush for details, they make these in all different sizes. I'm just using the one brush though, just for utility. And I will suggest that clean this immediately after you're done using it. And after you clean it, I would not use this with paint again, just because you will find glitter specks in it. So I would make this the designated glitter brush. And Mod Podge does sometimes, if you don't clean it, it has a tendency to sit in the brush and it'll make it hard. So either use it for glitter and Mod Podge, but I wouldn't use it for paint if you're trying to get nice even strokes. I would keep this one separate. So every brush that I have that I do Mod Podge in, I keep separate from my paint ones. And what I do is I just color the end of it once I'm done. And so I know, like, if it's colored, it's a Mod Podge brush, and if it's not, it's a paint brush. Easy, you write on it, whatever. But do try to clean it out with warm soapy water as much as you can. I think we're getting there with this little dip in the heel. Let me see this spot up here. Oh yeah, actually I can see it already drying. So let me turn this noxious light off so you guys can see that a little bit better. So you can see it's starting to dry, and you can see it's more red than this part down here. So you can see that's what it looks like just after one coat of doing it really thin. We're doing a nice thick coat though, so it's going to be a little more, but it's obviously not going to cover it all. So that's why we're going to do 2 or 3, you know, depending on how it looks. I can see the edges on this already starting to dry. And looking at my other one, it's starting to be a little more red. So they aren't completely like Christian Louboutin heels, but they're way less costly. And they're fun. Alright, so I'm going to switch these out. This is the one we just did. This is the one we just did. Doesn't. Okay, carefully. Alright, so I can see this is already, you can see the outside, this edge right here. It's already starting to dry up and be that nice bright red like our glitter was. So I probably used, let's see, looking at this, probably used about half this. But I also have so much mixture left over. So obviously you can do it in way less. I was a little ambitious in how much glitter we were going to use. So I'd probably do, like, you can probably get away with doing 2 shoes and using like 1/4 of this little size here. And I got this one at Michael's, but glitters, you can find it at a dime a dozen. They also have like ones that come in little tubes, like I think Martha Stewart one does. And her glitter is nice. It's Martha Stewart brand though, so it's going to be a little more pricey. Mainly it's just the big thing is finding the extra fine. So you want that to be nice and small. And this is extra fine in it. And a color you like. So find a color you like, fall in love with it, call it a day. But we're going to try to, yeah, maybe go ahead and do another layer. You can always take a blow dryer and kind of speed up the process with this too, which is what I did with my shoes. And then I added the paper in there just to make it weird in time. And I did it probably 4 hours before I left the house. No joke. And I used my blow dryer to all glue over this. So if you do want to feel extra special at the last minute, you know it's possible. Alright, so a little tacky still, so I don't want to pull the glitter too much. So I'm just going in and finding spaces that look kind of dry that could use another layer. But I don't want to make it uneven. And if you do let it dry all the way in between, you will definitely see a difference between the one coat versus two coat. I think two coats, the way that I mix up my glitter or Mod Podge glitter and just use a lot of it and make it a little thicker, I think two coats is definitely sufficient. If you're gonna mix this up and have a little more Mod Podge in this, definitely do three coats. Three coats definitely just makes it finished. And then, like I said, after everything is completely dry, we're gonna do one coat of just Mod Podge to seal everything in and make sure that it's gonna stay for a while. So I'm gonna put these aside, and what I will do is I will show you guys. Be sure to snap a picture of these when they're done. But just wanted to give you guys, and just wanted to show you guys the sneakers too. So that's what they look like when they're finished. This is with two thin coats. You can see these super up close. You can see kind of the color on the outside. And when it dries, like this part right here where my finger's at, you can definitely see it's a little bit thinner. So this is with two coats, which is why I recommend the three, especially if you're doing it thinner. This is also a different type of glitter. It's got a couple different shapes in it. So just wanted to show you guys on how you can glitter anything and everything, including shoes. So either if you like sneakers or heels, I got you back. And then also this works on any Twitter canvas material. So like I said, if you have a tote bag or if you have a little pouch or anything, this is the winning glitter formula that you can use. So thanks for hanging out with me on Monday night. Thanks for watching me glitter. And if you try this out, be sure to send me pictures or tag me in any social media. I'm at Adventures with a Brush on pretty much everywhere. So let me know how you like it. And otherwise, thanks for hanging out with me tonight and have a great night. Bye, guys.